This horror story was shared by Mr. Thai, a well-known Thai singer who experienced a chilling and supernatural event at a place now infamously known as the Corpse Pub. His terrifying account unearths a dark secret hidden within the walls of a seemingly ordinary white house in central Bangkok. It began when Kun Fan Thai's band was relocated from their regular venue to a new place across the street, a two-story, worn-out white house that looked far from suitable for a live music venue. Despite its deteriorating condition, the house was chosen to be transformed into a restaurant and pub. As a skeptic, Kun Fan Thai decided to document the location on video using his phone. While the rest of the team explored the upper floor, he stayed downstairs. That's when he noticed a small square opening, about 1 meter by 1 meter, deeping in the floor. Curious, he lowered his phone into the hole to capture footage. Suddenly, an overwhelming stench, putrid and rancid, erupted from the hole as though a corpse had been rotting inside for years. Gagging, he recoiled in horror and urged everyone to leave, warning them that something was not right. Later, when reviewing the footage, what he saw sent chills down his spine. A white mist forming the unmistakable shape of a woman, her head twisted unnaturally, standing in the void. He showed the footage to others. Over 90% of them admitted to feeling deeply unsettled. The next day, an elderly landowner contacted Kun Fan Thai and urgently requested to see the footage. Upon meeting him, the old man who sat in a wheelchair reacted with visible grief and shock upon seeing the image. He asked when and where the footage was taken, but refused to explain why it was important. Later, it was revealed that the caretaker feared the truth might drive tenants away, jeopardizing their only source of income. On the eve of the pub's grand opening, Kun Fan Thai dreamed of the same woman. She sat on a chair on the second floor, looking pale and beautiful, yet eerily abnormal. The next night, as he entered the venue, the furniture was arranged exactly as in his dream, and the same woman was sitting there. The next day, while helping with the setup, they opened a door upstairs and were struck by the sharp chemical scent of formalin. It was the same smell he had encountered years ago at his father's funeral. Terrified, he refused to step into the room. Strange events escalated quickly. He had recurring dreams of the woman chasing his car, laughing maniacally and screaming. Inside the pub, music would cut out on its own. Trees behind the venue would shake violently without wind, and staff began resigning out of fear. Customers started bringing offerings, beautiful dresses, flowers, incense to a locked door on the second floor. When asked, staff explained it was reserved for the guardian spirit. That door led downstairs to a prohibited area no one was allowed to access. One night, drunk and frustrated, Kun Fan Thai insisted on opening the door. Despite warnings, he convinced the band leader to hand over the key. As he approached the door and inserted the key, a woman's insane voice screamed into his right ear, then looped to his left, like a chaotic rant in an incomprehensible language. Overwhelmed by fear, he fled the house, only to be caught at the door by the band leader. Even after being restrained, his body trembled uncontrollably. He stammered, "I heard her! She screamed!" Then came a loud bang from above. Silence. Then the sound of ceramic tiles cracking. The large tree behind the house began shaking wildly, as though a creature were violently thrashing its limbs against the building. Then the shaking moved onto the roof. As they all sat frozen, the immovable sofa, bolted to the wall, lurched forward violently. Kun Fan Tai and the DJ were thrown into the air.
Everyone ran. Patrons and staff alike fled the building. But the woman's voice continued to scream and curse at them. Kun Fan Tai drove straight back to his condo. When he arrived, the security guard greeted him. But instead of looking at him, the guard stared at the empty passenger seat and said, "Wow, she's beautiful." Chilled to the bone, he rushed inside. The next morning, a neighbor approached him, asking, "Where did the woman who went up with you last night go?" The neighbor had seen security footage showing the woman entering the elevator with him, but never leaving. Eventually, the pub shut down, the customers vanished, the haunting intensified, and the building was abandoned. But even long after, people who passed the area still reported seeing a woman sitting in the shadows. Finally, the house was demolished. Through a contact, Kun Fan Tai learned the devastating truth. The original owner loved his daughter dearly. She suffered from mental illness and died, possibly along with her unborn sibling. Heartbroken, the father had preserved her body in the lower floor of the house and instructed future tenants never to disturb it. The lower floor had indeed been a hidden crypt, hence the name, Corpse Pub. After years of misfortune, Kun Fan Tai deleted the photo from his phone. Since possessing it, he had felt like something was always with him. Bad luck, fear, and unrest followed. And now, although the house is gone, he believes the woman and her unborn sibling still remain there, bound to that place they once called home.